Oh, it's time for Christmas. Oh, it's time for us. Oh, it's time for Christmas. Don't you know?
And welcome back to the Crochet Crowd. So, my friends, yarnspirations.com. I'm your host, Mikey. Today we're going to do the Retro Ornament Afghan. This is going to be a series. Now, in this series, I'm going to take you through the steps in order to make it happen. And it makes sense to make this as a series, actually, because you have to do things in steps in order to get yourself to the end. So instead of bogging you down with a big video, we'll just break it up into sections. So here's what this Afghan is going to look like. And I have done an extra service for you where I have made crochet diagrams in order to be able to follow this particular example. So you can follow the information in the video description, and you can have access to the free diagrams that are available that I've done for you. And you can also download the free pattern itself. Those don't have the diagrams on yarnspirations.com. Just follow the link in the video description. With this here, we have to make a total of 84 of these little motifs in order to do it. So here's the actual size, and I've been working on just a playful little sample, just using some colors. So it's a great stash buster if you would like to do this. Once we have that done, we are going to put all these, and they're all done in strips. So we have a strip, 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 and once you have that done, then you start joining them to each other after the strips are done. So it's a really neat idea. If you would like to follow the color breakdown, it is available on the pattern itself. I'm going to take you through the generic part of just making the motif, and I'm going to leave it to your discretion on how you would like to do your colors. Now, when you are doing colors, my tip for you is that you have to have a focal point on motifs that make sense. And so what I decided to do is that I use the white as my focal point. So even if I change the other part of the coloring, I want to keep the white as being the same. So when it puzzles together, it has consistency. You may not require that as being something that's important for you, but for me as a person that I am, the consistency matters the most. So I'm going to move on to the next video in this series, and we're going to work on this. And why not? Let's just start doing these motifs. It's as simple as 5 rounds. And even though I've only done, I think 9 right now, I have the pattern in my head, so I can actually put the pattern down and be able to whip these together. The other tip I will leave for you as well is that, see how the middle colors are here and here? What I would do is do all of those middle colors that you want for all 84, then move on to your white if you were going to do it the same way, and then move on to the final 2 colors. And so it's an easier way to be able to remember the pattern instead of doing each one of these motifs from start to finish like 84 times. Do it like an assembly line, and you can blast through these really easily. You can also change the size of your blanket so you can add more motifs for longer strips, and you can also shorten it, and you don't have to do as many strips as well. So that's it. So we'll see you in the next video, and we're going to get started with the motifs in just a moment.